Welcome back. Our first video explained how to set up a simple CICD pipeline on AWS. Now let's walk through another example, but this time we'll leverage the popular automation server Jenkins. We have already configured a Jenkins job for our demonstration purposes. Let's start by examining it. You'll see that we've set up a pipeline for checking out source code, installing tools and dependencies, running tests, building, and deploying to our target environment. Now let's explore the configuration. Starting at the top, you can enter a job description. We left this blank for the demo. Next, we'll set up the build trigger. Here we configure Jenkins to check the source code repository every 5 minutes for any changes. We can see the next scheduled check displayed here. There are many alternative trigger options. For example, you could use the hook option for triggering on each code commit. We'll skip advanced project options for now and look at the Jenkins pipeline. Here we have configured Jenkins to pull from our sprint branch on our AWS code commit repository. Within our sprint branch, we are targeting our pipeline config file called Jenkins file. This file defines all the details on how the pipeline actually operates. It is important to maintain this via your source control to ensure proper pipeline management and versioning. So let's open up code commit and explore this configuration defined within the Jenkins file. Starting at the top, we say that we can use any agent here. And since this is a Node.js project, we include a Node.js node. Now we enter our pipeline stages. The stages run in sequence, so if anything breaks in one of the stages, the script will not proceed to the next one. The first stage is to install the necessary dependencies required to execute our tests. Typically here, we'd run npm install. Once the dependencies are installed, we enter the next stage and begin executing our tests. In this example, our npm tests command will discover and execute all of the unit tests located in our tests directory. We will of course want to know if there are any issues with these tests, and if the tests have failed, which one and why. So we use this post-test utility to collect our test results and test artifacts. As mentioned earlier, if any breaks occur, the script will not proceed to the next stage. So if no breaks have occurred, the script will execute the build process next, as seen here with the npm run script command. Finally, once building is complete, the next stage is where you will execute the deployment process and deliver your code to the targeted environment. If we navigate back to Jenkins, we can examine the output for one of these jobs. You'll see we have detailed information from each stage of the execution. First, we have code checkout details for pulling the latest code. Then we have logs for installing our tooling and dependencies, which is where you can see the npm install command from earlier. Once dependencies are installed, we see a large amount of details for all of our unit tests, including pass-fail flags for each test. You can also see some warning flags here. Below this, the test results are captured and the build command is executed. Having a setup like this is pretty nice because you can see your pass-fail status from each execution. While we configured this one to check every 5 minutes, you can always click Build Now to execute on demand. So there you have it, another way to configure your CI/CD pipeline, this time using Jenkins.